So we're talking about Twitter posting. So if you want to post a tweet on Twitter, we go to home, and then you can write whatever you want. But you have to bear in mind you've only got 140 characters, you can see here. The problem with this is if you want to post something from a website or you want to post something from Facebook or a direct web address, it takes up a lot of these 140 characters. So what you need to do is you need to shorten a link. So for example, we've got Alvin's Facebook page here. We want people on Twitter to see that he's got a Facebook page. So we go to the top toolbar, find the browser bit, and you copy the URL, which I've highlighted here, a copy. Then what you need to do is find a URL shortener. Google has one. So we go to Google URL shortener. You can find this just by searching on Google. Paste into it. Shorten the URL. It will probably ask you to do a captcha, which is just to prove that you're not a robot or something. To stop people getting hacked and whatever anyway. So you verify that. So it gives you this shortened link here. You copy the shortened link. Go back to Twitter, and now we can do something like this. We've got our shortened URL, so we're not going to be taking up a lot of space. We can go check out my new Facebook page, and then we can post in our shortened URL. So this will take them directly to the page, and we can also hashtag it as well. So we can go hashtag jazz, which is the music we're talking about, and go hashtag music. You can do as many hashtags as you want as long as they fit. Hashtag artist. That'll do. So we want to tweet this. I'll put it straight out there. So you've just tweeted this. Because you've hashtagged it, it will categorise it for you. If anybody clicks on this shortened link, which is what you want them to do, it will take them straight to your Facebook page or any other website that you may have posted there. Brilliant. What I'm going to start with is I'm on an artist page, Alvin, who's one of the artists we work with, who I'm currently doing social media for. What I'm going to show you is, first thing I'm going to show you mentions. So for example, before doing this video I've mentioned Alvin in a post. If somebody mentions you, you'll be notified of it, but you can also check it up here. If you can see where my mouse is, where it says @connect. Click on @connect and it will say who's mentioned you and why. Well, when. So as you can see here, Mark AAB, which is me, has mentioned Alvin, Alvin Davis, another test. So you can see that. You can reply to that if you want. You can retweet it, which means if I am to retweet it as Alvin, I'll show you what happens. I retweet it. What you do when you retweet something is say you like something that somebody said, or you want to share it with a whole bunch of people that are following you so they can see it, you retweet it. So you know it's been retweeted. If you go to the home page, it should come up with tweets, so you can see me here. So I, as Alvin, have retweeted myself. You can tell if it's a retweet most of the time because it's got this little green bent arrow thing in the corner, so that's how you know it's a retweet. Anyway, so that's how you retweet. You can also favourite a post. If you favourite something, it shows people that you find it particularly interesting or useful. But the other reason for using favouriting is if you find something useful on Twitter, good luck with that. No, I joke around. Sometimes you can find useful things on Twitter. If you click favourites it, you also add this little favourite thing to the corner of it on top of your retweet if you've done that. So now you've done favourites, that favourite will be shown to other people that you favourited that by this in the corner, but it will also store it as well. So if we go back and see Alvin, go to your home page. If you want to look at previous things that you favorited, you can click on favorites here and it will show the one that you've stored. So there you go, that's the one we just did. Other ones are followers. This displays how many people are actually following you, how many people you're following, how many times you've posted. This here is private or direct messages. If I want to send a direct message to me, for example, so I want to send a direct message to myself and just go hi. That will send a direct message which no one else can see. Only you can see this between you and the person that you've sent a direct message to. That's if you want to talk about something in private with them. Bear in mind there's a big difference between doing a direct message and actually posting it as a tweet. People have in the past posted things as a tweet that they haven't wanted people to see, and they should have done it as a direct message. Okay, so you want to know what hashtags are. Hashtags are the way that you categorise things on Twitter so they can be easily found. That's the simplest way to put it. Hashtags don't work on Facebook. I'd like to point that out because I see so many people going hashtag something thinking they're being cool. It's not cool, it doesn't work. Anyway, hashtags, if you want to put something in, if you want to put a hashtag to make something relevant into Twitter, look and search for the thing that you want to talk about. So we're talking about Alvin Davis here, who's a jazz artist. So we want to search for popular sort of hashtags for jazz. An obvious one is hashtag jazz, but there might be other ones. So if you go onto Google, jazz hashtags. So we can have a look and see whether there's anything in particular that will work. Because you can add more than one hashtag things, but don't overdo it if you can help it. So let's have a little search here. Bear with me. So we can just go hashtag jazz. I'd probably go hashtag jazz, hashtag music. So let's do a quick post. So we go to home. So let's just put just testing Twitter out. And then we can go, here's a tip for you. If you use a MacBook or a Mac of any sort, if you want to do a hashtag, where is it? The easiest way to do it is you go Alt 3, hit Alt and 3, and you get hashtag. And then you know if your hashtags worked as well, by the way, because it goes blue. And then you can go Alt and 3 again, and go hashtag jazz, hashtag music. And there we go. Sometimes it takes a while to update. So there we go, there's our thing. So Alvin's just posted on Twitter about jazz music. It should have categorised it. And then if you click on the jazz hashtag, it will show you all the other things that have been hashtagged with the hashtag jazz. There you go. Quite simple to do. It makes sure people can find you. If somebody goes onto Twitter and they want to see what's going on in jazz music today, they go up here and they type hashtag jazz into the search bar, and it will come up with everything that's been said with that hashtag on in that day or any other day. So there you go. That's how hashtags work. So you're going to want to know how to follow people. Now there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can search for people by going up here and looking for like them by their name, and then if you follow them, that's not me, but for example if you wanted to follow them, you'd then click follow here. Other ways of finding people to follow, we've got this here, who to follow. You can have a look through here and see if there's anybody interesting. Twitter doesn't generally get it right, so I wouldn't really use this that much. But you can browse for people as well, which is another way of doing it. So you can search for people underneath different things like music, television, so on. But we'll say we're looking music. So we've got all these different people, lots of different music. You can look at more categories than just that anyway. If you want to get specific, you can look for specific types of music, so on. It helps to know who you're looking for though. But we want to follow somebody to do jazz. So, I know, for example, DC Jazz Festival. All you need to do is follow. If you want to talk to them, you can always send them a tweet through this. You can add them to lists. This is a good one. If somebody's giving you a headache or sending you dodgy tweets or anything like that, you can block them so they can't send anything. If they send you anything that you don't like at all, you can report them to Twitter. You can prevent them from sending something that you've set out as a retweet. And you can turn on mobile notifications. This means if they send you a particular tweet and you've got your phone hooked to Twitter, it'll send you an email or a text to say somebody's tweeted, well, specifically them actually. And you can also embed a profile. Now, embedding it is for websites. If you want to stick somebody's profile permanently on a website, you can use the embed feature. And that's it really. That's how you follow people. Once you click follow on them, if you go back to your page, and then you go to following, they'll appear in your follow list. And that's it. Okay, so you want to know how to get more followers on Twitter. I can expect a lot of people want to know this. Now, there's no magic way of getting lots of followers. I've heard stories of people actually buying followers. They're not actually real people who are following you. It's just a number that's been bumped up. Either Vi's not doing it just simply because it's not real, for one, and for number two, if anybody sees that you've been buying followers, it makes you look pretty silly. And ruins your popularity in about 5 seconds. The other things that you can actually do to get more followers is if you go onto the sites and actually interact with people. Now, it is meant to be social media, so you need to be social with people. However, unsociable sitting in front of a computer is not actually talking to anybody physically. You do get more interest by mentioning people. So mention people in tweets, follow the right people, interact with people often, say things that people are going to be interested in. Nobody cares if you've just eaten a bowl of cornflakes. If you've done something, say you're a musician, just made a brilliant tune, you post a clip of it on Twitter, you tell everybody a little bit about it. People are generally interested in music. Say you're a businessman, whatever you want to sell to them, make it interesting, make sure you target it at the right people. Always follow the right people, because if you follow a goat herder in Zimbabwe and you sell washing up liquid, you're not going to get very far.